Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing absolutely well, and this is another episode on the series of raw and real talk with IIM grad. And इस episode के अंदर हम बात करने वाले हैं साहिब चावला से. He completed his graduation this year from IIM Lucknow, and he is amazing person and he have over 4 year of experience job का. उसके बाद वो MBA करने के अंदर गए and he cracked MBA not in one attempt. वही बताएंगे कि कितने अटेम्प्ट में उन्होंने MBA क्रैक किया, वो भी IIM लखनऊ पे. So let's get into in this video and you will enjoy a lot this raw and real talk. So hey guys, recently I started working with Graphy by Unacademy and Unacademy के साथ मिलकर मैंने एक कोर्स डिजाइन किया है जिसका नाम है डिजिटल मास्टरी. एंड इस कोर्स के अंदर आपको बहुत सारी चीजें सीखने को मिलेगी. इस वीडियो के अंदर वो सारे कोर्स के बारे में डिस्क्रिप्शन है, प्लस इस कोर्स को जो पहले यूज कर चुके हैं उनके टेस्टिमोनियल वीडियोस भी आपको मेरी वेबसाइट पर मिल जाएगा. एंड बेसिकली ये कोर्स उन सभी लोगों के लिए है जो डिजिटल इंडस्ट्री के अंदर घुसना चाहते हैं और कहीं ना कहीं अपनी स्किल्स को एनहांस करना चाहते हैं. तो इस कोर्स की जो प्राइस है दैट इज 789 रुपीज, और ये कोर्स काफी अच्छा और ड्यूरेशन के साथ है. मतलब 8 मई से स्टार्ट होगा, 29 मई तक चलेगा और 7 में इसकी लास्ट डेट ऑफ एनरोलमेंट है. प्लस इस कोर्स के अंदर आपको ये 9 चीजें आपको सीखने को मिलेगी, जिसमें जैसे कि हाउ टू फाइंड योर नीश, पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग, सेल्स नेगोशिएशन, growth opportunity after COVID and many things. So please go and check out this website, my website, and link दे रहा हूँ मैं आपको description में. So hi Sahib, can you please tell me about yourself?
So since this is a raw conversation, I'll not go ahead with any learned answer. So I am Sahib. I did my BTech from DTU. It was earlier called Delhi College of Engineering. Then I worked for 4 years in an EPC contractor company. It's a mechanical company which makes power plants. So I was in the procurement department, procuring material from here, planning it on time and delivering it, ensuring the quality. And then after 4 years, I managed to crack CAT with a percentile of 99.07. And then I entered into IIM Lucknow to do my PGDM from there. So this is the basic background of the academic background as well as some of the professional background that I've had.
You cracked. ये पहला attempt था या फिर इसके पहले भी कुछ attempt आप दे चुके हैं?
So it was my third attempt. So earlier the first attempt was 97.6. Then I went on to 98.83. And then I finally did 99.07.
Okay. And ये जो CAT अभी 4 साल जॉब करने के बाद आपने दिया, and what is your experience in IIM लखनऊ? क्योंकि मुझे वो एक्सपीरियंस जानना है, क्योंकि सबसे पहली थॉट तो ये रहती है सब लोगों की, जो हम इमेजिनरी सोच के रखते हैं और जो हमारा प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस होता है जाने के बाद कॉलेज के अंदर, रिलेटेड टू एजुकेशन क्वालिटी, रिलेटेड टू अदर एक्सपीरियंस, रिलेटेड टू इंटर्नशिप्स, सारी चीजें.
So while I was preparing for CAT and failing at it for 2 times, I was not just involved in CAT. So there was one community which I was a part of. It was Toastmasters. So inherently I was building on my communication skills. So after 4 years, people think that it will be difficult to do an MBA from an IIM. But if you are going there with a clear set in mind that the industry you want to work in or the profile you want to get into, with a clear communication of ideas that you have had, if you have the right articulation, I don't think so it's really difficult for anyone to go in an IIM and perform at a good level. So yes, I was also confused at that point in time whether I should go and wait for 1 more year and do an executive MBA or should I do a PGDM course. So I trusted my guts that whatever I've worked for the last 4 years will help me out in some way or the other. The Toastmaster thing came in very handy with my communication skills, and I was finally able to manage it well in my MBA.
So तो अभी इंटर्नशिप्स के बारे में, किस तरीके की इंटर्नशिप्स होती है IIM लखनऊ के अंदर, जो क्या प्रोफाइल होता है और किस तरीके से लोग सिलेक्ट करते हैं? व्हाट मेक्स डिफरेंस IIM इंदौर, IIM अहमदाबाद, बैंगलोर, कोलकाता और IIM लखनऊ को क्या अलग करता है? क्या डिफरेंस है इनसे कंपैरिजन में IIM लखनऊ का?
So I think IIMs are known for the brand that they have created over the years. Why is IIM ABC better than IIM Lucknow? Or the perception of that is they are in the industry for a longer point in time. So they have built that alumni network around them. They have that corporate relationships within terms of placements, and their alumni have been performing well in those industries. So these IIM, even the new IIMs in the times to come, if their alumni are performing well in the industry, I think that they have a bright future in mind. So how is IIM Lucknow different from ABC? Is all the 3 factors that I discussed. So let's go ahead with the internship thing that you discussed. So there are different profiles which people work on. So first is consulting, where they want to get into the front end part of the consulting, the management consultant, but what they say. The next is product management, where they want to work in a technical industry, Flipkart, Amazon, They want to improve upon the product, user interface, user UX and UI that we talk about. The next is operations that we talk about. You are getting your hands dirty on the field and getting the work done. It can be in any industry, be it FMCG or be it industrial goods. The fourth industry would be sales and marketing, which is very prevalent in IIMs, where people either go into sales or they go into more of the profiles like branding,
Branding.
which PNG and HUL offers. So these are the four fields which are there in every IIM, which the candidates of want to go into in their internships.
And what was the average package? Internships में कितना रहता है average package?
Let's talk about my group first.
Mm-hmm.
I had a group of 15 people, so it will
Mm-hmm.
give you a rough idea. So none of my friend was there who was earning more than less than 1 lakh rupee per month
Okay.
for that internship. So the release figure said that the median salary was 1.2 lakhs per month, which was very accurate in my respect, because I was in touch with all the 480 people around my campus. So I got a feel of that the placement reports which are being released are very authentic in nature in terms of summer placements are concerned.
एंड एक चीज और है कि एक अपॉर्चुनिटी जब कोविड नहीं था, पहले कोविड के पहले एक अपॉर्चुनिटी रहती थी कि वी कैन डू इंटरनेशनल इंटर्नशिप्स. इज इट पॉसिबल ड्यूरिंग कोविड ये इंटर्नशिप्स
So
करना?
there are two parts to
Mhm.
student internships are different. Student exchange programs are different.
Mhm.
Exchange programs is a term exchange program where a student goes to a foreign university, gets another degree for that 3 to 5 months. He or she is graded there, and that grades are converted into the IIM grade level. So that is the education part that we are considering. The next part is the internships, where people go to Singapore, they go to Dubai and do their internships. So with COVID in mind, there were some people who were not able to go to these countries because the restrictions were there from every country around. So this time around, this internships and the the student exchange program did not happen. But there are a few friends of mine, 2 3 from IIM Bangalore, who went to
Okay.
some foreign countries to do the student exchange. So some university, it depended from one university to another whether they were going or not.
And tell me about the teaching program, right? Is it what I know is like the 60% is practical case study based and rest are 40% is theory, right? Can you please explain practical teaching and all?
So how is MBA different from any other degree? Is people genuinely want to participate in class.
Mhm.
They read the cases beforehand, analyze those cases, and then try to participate so that the learning does not remain raw. It becomes practical in nature. So 60%, I think that it should be more than that. It would be around 65, 70, and touching to 75%. So
Mhm.
this is how the program is structured, that you are graded based on the class participation that you do,
Okay.
not just the examination that you write, but also the contribution that you're making to the class discussions. So this is how the whole program is converged upon, and this is how people contribute in their class.
So बहुत सारे लोग जो दो अटेम्प्ट देते हैं और फिर छोड़ देते हैं या 2 3 अटेम्प्ट देके छोड़ देते हैं. What piece of advice you want to give to like motivate या फिर कुछ ऐसी स्ट्रैटेजी की जॉब के साथ साथ कैट की प्रिपरेशन करना बहुत आसान है? क्योंकि बहुत सारे जो मेरे जूनियर्स है जो जॉब कर रहे हैं अभी, दे आर कंफ्यूज कि सर अभी कैट का एग्जाम आएगा दिस ईयर, तो अभी 6 महीने बचे हैं, तो क्या मैं रिजाइन करूं या जॉब के साथ प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करूं? तो कैसे करना चाहिए वो प्रिपरेशन स्ट्रैटेजी एक बार बताओ.
Okay, so I think that CAT is designed in such a way that if you get a 95 percentile, you think that it will be easy to get a 99 percentile the next year, which is not the case with CAT. So they keep on, the format remains the same, but the mindset of the people does not change with one attempt to another. So if you are not learning from first attempt and applying those learning to the next attempt, you will be stuck in a single percentile zone, and you will not be able to cross that bar which is required to get a shortlist from an old IIM. So people who are preparing, if they are listening to this, they have to keep in mind what mistakes they made in the previous attempt. If they are able to gauge the mistakes that they have made and prepare according to that, they will be definitely able to crack this CAT exam, because at the end of the day, it involves basic, your 10th level mathematics, and then the reading comprehension skills, and then the data analysis. That
So in an average 3 से 4 महीने की preparation more than sufficient है?
I think July for engineers, I think that July is the right time. They can pick it up and straight away start from mocks. If people have to learn from my attempt, I only gave mocks without any coaching thing that I did, but I was managing to score that 97%. I was that candidate who was stuck in that 97 to 99 zone for the 3 years that I made, but the mocks was the thing which always came in handy. If I was able to rightly analyze those, I was able to gauge that percentile and get to that 99.
Okay. मीन्स इट वाज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड कि कोचिंग हर बार ज्वाइन करनी है. अगर आप बेसिक है या स्टडी मटेरियल है तो खुद से प्रिपरेशन करके मेजर चीज़ है कि
Yes.
मॉक्स के परसेंटाइल और मॉक्स की गलतियों से प्लेसमेंट्स के बारे में, राइट? पीपल आर, क्योंकि बहुत सारे बातें चलती रहती है कि कुछ के सीटीसी अलग होती है, कुछ की इन हैंड सैलरी अलग होती है और कुछ को पैकेज, मतलब पीपल, क्योंकि कंपनी शेयर्स भी देती है. अगर आपके 40 लाख के पैकेज है तो 10 लाख के उसमें अलग चीज़ है और 30 आपके हाथ पे आती है. लेकिन लोगों को, बहुत सारे लोगों को पता नहीं होता.
So if you want to gauge that enhanced salary and compare it with the CTC, there is a simple formula that keep it in mind that 60 to 80% will be something which will be coming in your hand. So if we are talking about companies like Amazon, if they are projecting a salary of 40 lakhs, it's not humanly possible to give you more than 20 lakh of enhanced salary. So rest of the things would be either a joining bonus or would be a variable component or the ESOPs that we talked about. So these are the four components that are there in every salary component. The first is the basic salary that you are getting. The second is the variable salary based on the performance that you will get. The third is the joining bonus or the retention bonus that they call. And the fourth one is the ESOPs, which is divided into multiple years, which you can get in the form of stock if you sell those stocks and then get the money.
एक और चीज़ है इसमें कि हाउ यू कैन डिसाइड कि यार मुझे, जैसे कि फर्स्ट ईयर सबका कॉमन होता है, सेकंड ईयर वी कैन डिसाइड कि मार्केटिंग जाना है, फाइनेंस जाना है, एचआर के अंदर जाना है, कहाँ जाना है. तो हाउ पीपल कैन डिसाइड. सो ये चीज़ को डिसीजन लेने में कितना ज़्यादा हेल्प होता है आईएम के अंदर, किस तरीके का कल्चर है वो बताना है.
So the first thing is, if you are in touch with your seniors in your IIM, so they will guide you better about what you can take in an IIM. It's true that people can take the branch of their own, but some of the decision also depends on the companies which are coming on campus. So if the campus is called a marketing campus, it's called a marketing campus for a reason, because more marketing companies are coming. So if you pivot your second year subjects, the major that you are doing in marketing, you will be able to learn those concepts and use those in the interviews which the company want from the candidates. Finance campus like IIM Calcutta, you would find people taking strategy and finance in that MBA college more than IIM Lucknow. So this is how some of the decisions are also governed by the company which are coming to campus, and the other decision is involved by the seniors who are supporting you. And you have to be genuine whether you want to be in that field or not. Do not fake it till you make it wala concept. And then just there is a gut feeling also that you have to go ahead with what you want to do.
सो IIM लखनऊ का एवरेज पैकेज क्या है और हाईएस्ट पैकेज किसको गया? क्योंकि ये चीज़ तो मुझे कहीं ना कहीं पता है कि जिसके पास एक्सपीरियंस होता है जॉब का, जैसे कि आपके पास पहले से एक्सपीरियंस है, तो यू विल गेट मोर ऑप्शंस की प्लेसमेंट में बैठने का. और जो पैकेज होता है वो एक एक्सपीरियंस इंसान को थोड़ा ज़्यादा मिलता है कंपेरेबल फ्रेशर्स. ज़्यादा नहीं, 10-20% का ही डिफरेंस होता है, लेकिन डिफरेंस तो डिफरेंस है. सो टेल मी अबाउट इट, राइट, कि एवरेज पैकेज क्या होता है, हाईएस्ट पैकेज, और ये एक्सपीरियंस वाले को क्या पैकेज है, और जो फ्रेशर है उसके साथ उसको क्या एवरेज सैलरी मिलती है.
So like you said that there is not much of a difference between the average salary that a fresher is getting and a experienced person is getting. It's primarily true. There is hardly a difference of 10 to 20% if we call it an average. If I talk about IIM Lucknow, it will easily cross that 23 LPA wala bracket in the average component and easily cross the 22 of the median component. So if I talk about how a experienced person is different from a fresher does not get to sit in lateral placements. Lateral placements are something where the company comes, they conduct their own process. The process is longer, they have more number of rounds, and a candidate is judged not only based on the learning that they are getting in the MBA, they are also judged based on the experience that they have had pre their MBA. So the salaries which you get in a laterals differ from what you get in finals, and it's generally the case that lateral company pay you a bit higher because of your experience, prior experience, and which is definitely the case.
Right. So highest package इस बैच में, आपके बैच में कितना गया?
So it was an international placement. It was giving around more than 50 lakhs of salary. For if I talk about the Indian counterpart, it was again around 40 of the highest package. So I am placed in Marico Limited. So it's an FMCG company which manufactures and brands products like Parachute, Safola, Setwet. So I was an operations intern there, and I have not yet joined the company.
तो IIM लखनऊ के अंदर जो लोवेस्ट है, मतलब जिस बंदे का सबसे कम पैकेज लगा, शायद उसकी किस्मत खराब हुआ, समथिंग लाइक दैट, तो उसका वो पैकेज कितना होता है? एकदम बुरी से बुरी हालत पे भी क्या पैकेज होती
So I do not know the exact figures of the
Mhm.
lowest package that anyone has got, because in the final placement of our seniors, where I was managing everything, only 6 people were the ones who were not able to clear the day one of the placement, where
Okay.
the salaries were more than 20 lakh.
Mhm.
In day two, the companies were also giving more than 16, 17 lakh LPA, and
Mhm.
those seniors was also placed by around 2 p.m., 3 p.m. So that was a very good year.
जो मिनिमम है आई एम लखनऊ का, अज्यूम करके चले 15 या 16, 15 to 16,
It should be around 15, 16 years.
15 to 16 अराउंड, एकदम कहना चाहिए कि लोएस्ट एंड मिनिमम केस पे, बट इफ वी टेक एवरेज, एवरेज इज 22, इट मींस 22 इज लाइक
Yes, yes, yes.
राइट, ठीक है। सो इट्स मोर देन सफिशिएंट, एंड जो बहुत सारे ऑडियंस कमेंट करते हैं मेरे वीडियोस पे, वो तो हमने पूछ लिया। एनीथिंग यू वांट टू ऐड? एक्सपीरियंस है, आपने जो चीज सीखा, सारी चीजें, 4 ईयर का जॉब, फिर दो साल का एमबीए, एंड अभी फिर जो जॉब कर रहे हैं, व्हाट इज द एग्जैक्ट डिफरेंस? डिफरेंस पोजीशन का तो है ही है, डिफरेंस काम करने के कल्चर का है ही है, डिफरेंस जो लर्निंग मिली है एमबीए में उसका भी है, लेकिन एज अ
Mhm.
पर्सन क्या अलग सीखने को मिला? एंड वन पीस ऑफ एडवाइस यू वांट टू गिव कि जो भी कैंडिडेट है उसको कैट कब देना चाहिए, और क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग एक अटेम्प्ट या 2 अटेम्प्ट में छोड़ देते हैं, सो वन पीस
Mhm.
ऑफ एडवाइस यू वांट टू गिव, एंड व्हाट चेंज,
So,
कि आईएम करने से क्या मिला आपके अंदर, चेंज आया that is-
so you learn to have different perspectives in life. So you learn to see a single thing from different perspectives, different angles. You measure the pros and cons of everything that you do in life. So this was the biggest learning which I got from after studying from IIM. You cannot see anything with a narrow mindset. You get that broad perspective to keep on going, keep on challenging yourself. And to everyone who's watching this, if you have attempted CAT once, it will not suffice your inner potential that you have had. You should attempt it at least twice, or I'll say thrice, because if you back down by a single attempt or 2 attempts, you would definitely not know where you stood for the whole process. You have worked hard for it, and at the end of the 2 years, it's all worth it.
Mhm.
You should not lose that motivation. You should keep on going ahead, and it will all be worth it after 2 years.
So thank you, Sahib, for joining in this live session and sharing your amazing experience. So hope you guys learn a lot in this podcast. And if you're new to my channel, please go and subscribe and check other two videos I'm going to give in on I button.